Good morning. Today we are going to see the solubility of ionic substances in water. Solubility of one substance in another substance depends on the interionic or intermolecular forces between the two substances. The solubility of ionic substances in water involves the consideration of forces between the ions in the crystal or lattice energy and the forces between the ions and water molecules, that is solvation energy. It is obvious that for an ionic solid to dissolve in water, certain amount of energy must be supplied to overcome the lattice energy. This energy is supplied by the liberation of energy from the ion water interaction, that is hydration energy. If the solvent is water, solvation energy is called hydration energy. As a general rule, for a solid to be able to dissolve in a particular solvent, its solvation energy must be greater than the lattice energy. The lattice energy must be overcome by the solvation energy. In case of water as a solvent, hydration energy must overcome the lattice energy for dissolving the solid. Thus, the solubility of the ionic solid depends upon, first, the lattice energy of the ionic solid, and second, solvation energy of the ionic solid. Ionic substances are soluble in polar solvents like water. Water is a polar solvent due to the presence of partly positively charged hydrogen atom and partly negatively charged oxygen atoms. See the water, when it having the polarization delta H plus, delta minus on oxygen, the dielectric constant of water is also high, D is equal to 80. That is, water has ability to decrease the attractive forces between the ions in the ionic solid. When a crystal of sodium chloride is placed in water, the water molecule exert attractive forces on the sodium and chloride ions, The negative end of the water molecule attracts the Na plus ions and the positive end attracts Cl minus ions of the crystal. These attractive forces exerted by the water molecules weaken the attractive forces among the ions in the crystals. Hence, some of the ions in the crystal are pulled away from their position in the crystal lattice. See in the figure. Interaction of cation Na plus and Cl minus with the water molecules and dissolution of NaCl in water will be occurs. The Na plus and Cl minus ions interact strongly with a layer of water molecule which is termed as the primary hydration sphere. The water molecules in the primary hydration sphere form stronger hydrogen bond to the water molecules, which gives rise to a secondary hydration sphere. Thus, there are the different spheres, primary, secondary hydration spheres are formed. Water molecule in secondary hydration sphere are hydrogen bonded to the other water molecules. See in the figure, only 4 water molecules are shown here for the simplicity. See first sodium. Here there is in first sphere there is water molecule, then there is the secondary hydration sphere, and thus there is the again layer of the water molecules around this. They will be occurs and they are attracted, they are get hydrogen bonded to each other, and thus solvation process will be occurs. Calculation of solvation energy or the hydration energy. For the calculation of this solvation or hydration energy, Born-Haber cycle can be used. During the dissociation of NaCl in water, dissociation of NaCl in water involves in 2 steps. First, the process of separation of Na plus and Cl minus ions as C, NaCl solid. This Na gaseous plus Cl gaseous first step. Here delta H lattice is equal to plus 755 kilojoule mole inverse. This requisite energy, which is equal to the lattice energy but with opposite sign. Second, the interaction of Na plus and Cl minus ion with the water molecules leads to the liberation of heat as Na plus gaseous plus Cl minus gaseous plus XH2O. It will be formed Na aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. It is second equation. So delta H hydration, N is equal to X kilojoule mole inverse. Adding the equation 1 and 2, we get NaCl solid plus XH2O. It gives Na plus gaseous plus Cl minus Na plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous in the third equation, and delta H solution is equal to 4.5 kilojoule mole inverse. The relationship between the lattice energy, hydration energy, and heat of solution for NaCl is shown in this figure. See, Na plus gaseous plus Cl minus gaseous, it is the lattice energy, but here delta H lattice, and there is the delta H hydration and delta H solution. See, it will be represented, this figure represents the relationship between lattice energy, hydration energy, and heat of solution. Delta H solution is the observed heat of solution of NaCl, sodium chloride. The heat of solution is defined as the change in heat content, enthalpy, when 1 mole of solute is dissolved in excess of solvent. From the above equation we get delta H solution is equal to delta H lattice plus delta H hydration. See the Born-Haber cycle representation for dissolution of NaCl. Delta H hydration is equal to delta H solution minus delta H lattice. So plus 0.4 minus in bracket plus 755 is equal to minus 750.5 kilojoule mole inverse. See, NaCl solid plus XH2O, delta H solution, it gives the Na plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous dissolution. See, NaCl solid, when there is the delta, that ions will be get converted into gaseous, that is delta H lattice, Na plus gaseous plus Cl minus gaseous. Then plus H2O, it gives the hydration, that is delta H hydration, and we get the Na plus aqueous and Cl minus aqueous. Thus it is the representation of the dissolution of NaCl by Born-Haber cycle. The Born-Haber cycle for this process is graphically shown in the figure. We see that the heat of solution can be positive or negative depending on the relative magnitude of the lattice energy and heat of solution of the ions. Normally, the heat of solution is negative for highly soluble substances. Expression for solvation energy. The solvation energy delta H of an ion is given by Born equation. Delta H is equal to Z square upon ZR into 1 minus 1 upon epsilon, where Z is the charge on ion, ZR is the effective radius, epsilon the dielectric constant of the solvent, some important effects related to the solubility of salts are summarized here. So we see that effect one by one. First, solvation energy and solubility of ionic solids generally increases with increase in value of dielectric constant of the solvent. Second, with the increasing size of cations and anions, solubility of ionic solids increases. This is mostly because of polarization effect and more favorable entropy changes in on solvation. Third, solvation energy and lattice energy are in a way opposite to one another. Fourth, whenever there is a change in the Madelung constant, there is an increase in lattice energy than in the solvation energy. Fifth, solubility of the ionic solid is low if the cation is strongly polarizing and the anion is easily polarizable. 6. The solubilities of salts containing pseudo-inert gas type of cation, that is AgCl, PbCl2, are usually lower in water than those containing inert gas type of cations. For example, alkali and alkaline earth halides. The ions with pseudo inert gas configuration polarizes the anion to a large extent and itself also gets polarized. This reduces the interaction of ion with water. As a result, less solvation energy is evolved. This reduces the solubility of the ionic solid in water. Thank you.